Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I have a new video for you all today. I filmed this on Saturday after I finished my clients. Me and my mom went to a comedy show, so this is kind of a get ready with me. So I'm going in with my favorite Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Nubian, and I love to use like the brown tones, the brown matte shades in that palette, just to set my concealer and give my eye a smooth look. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just making sure I have enough coverage on both sides. So yeah, I was in, me and my mom was getting ready to go to a comedy show. Kerwin Claiborne was in Macon. So after I finished my clients for the day, I was just doing my makeup to get ready for the show. And I was kind of rushing because I was kind of late. But I still took time to film this video. And my other Juvia's Place palette, I'm just going right in my crease with this brown. And just trying to blend everything out smoothly. Yep, just packing on more of that color. So what I was telling my mom is I don't want my channel or any of my makeup videos or hair videos to be like tutorial style, like teaching, because I feel like it's a lot of stuff that they talk about, a lot of stuff YouTubers talk about on here. Some of the information I know personally is wrong. So I feel like I don't want to be a teacher. It's just a look what I can do, or look at my technique. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting on the NYX eyeshadow base, and I did my little eye roll just so when I do my cut crease, just to make sure it's going up far enough. And I'm just putting it on with a flat brush, a concealer brush. And on the other eye. I feel like cut crease has like pretty much taken over. I can't remember what I was doing before I was cutting my crease. I mean, it's just the base, or even if you use the eyeshadow base or concealer, it just makes everything pop so much more. And I'm just blending out that base just like you would if you were using concealer. It's pretty much the same consistency. Just blending that out. And my box of crayons palette from the crayon case, I'm taking that dark brown and I'm just packing it right in that corner. This is probably one of my, between the Juvia's Place and the box of crayons palette, they're definitely my favorite palettes, and I probably reach for them both, or all three of them, every time I do my makeup. I just feel like the only palettes I need to buy are the Juvia's Place palettes. I never had a palette that was so pigmented until I started buying those. And I'm just using this little highlighter. It's actually a highlighter palette someone gave me for my birthday. I never used it, so I used it on a client earlier that day. So I just decided to give myself the same look. And it's not a high-end cosmetic product. So yeah, I don't even know the name of it, but it's just a palette of different tones of highlight. And in the inner corner, I put like a silver base highlight, and then on the second part of my eyelid, I put like a gold. And I just blended those together. Most of the brushes that I'm using on my eyelids are from Real Techniques. And for those of you who don't know, your girl is very frugal. So if you see anything that I'm using, whether it's hair or makeup, trust and believe it was on sale. Period. Unless it's my hot tools. My hot tools, I pretty much bought everything over from my hot tools. I have flat irons, blow dryers, my crimps, curlers. I bought all new supplies, and I got most of that from Sally's, but it was worth it. So I just used my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and I got 2 different shades of the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I think it's 368 and 358, and I just mixed those together with my Real Technique sponge, and it is damp, and I also sprayed it with the Morphe spray. I don't care what foundation they come out with, the Maybelline Fit Me will forever be my favorite. Always. For one, the coverage is excellent. 2, they came out with the matte and poreless, which was everything I needed for my oily skin. And 3, it's only $5. Like, Maybelline did that, period. So I'm just getting my full coverage on, and I'm just applying foundation everywhere. After I felt like I was just like panicking and rushing because my mom was calling me, and I was trying to get ready so I can get dressed. But even though if it doesn't look like it in this video, I really was rushing. So yeah, I got my foundation on, and I love this sponge because it just makes everything blend in effortlessly, pretty much. Once you damp it and you put some setting spray on it, it'll do all the work for you. All you gotta do is keep blotting your skin, and you can never blend too much. The more you blend, the better it's gonna look, and the better the look is gonna come together. My foundation that I just told y'all sits with frugal. I'm not wasting that. I'm putting it back in the bottle. And this is the Age Rewind concealer. So if y'all want me to put a full detailed product for product list in my description bar, I'm gonna need this video to have some views and some likes before I go through all of that, because otherwise I won't be able to do that. But no, for real, I need some views, some likes, some subscribers, and then I'll drop the full details on everything I use, the name, the color shades, all that. Got my sponge again. I'm just blending that concealer out. Out. This is probably my favorite process with makeup as well. The highlighting part. Sometimes I feel like I'm not where I want to be with highlighting and contouring, but I guess it's cool. Just keep practicing. I just want to be able to like snatch my nose. Like, I want a Michael Jackson nose when I do the highlighting and contouring. So I'm just blending all of this concealer out. And again, blending is key. You want everything to marry together. Everything. This is a Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. This is my first time using this product. I didn't know if it would be too dark, how it would look on. I didn't want to mess up my makeup, so I just used like a very tiny amount. But now that I see how it turned out, I feel like I could have went harder. Like I could have made my contour darker with that product, but I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. I didn't want it to be too dark, and I would have to like try to wipe something off. So I just used a very small amount. But now that I know. So next time, the slay will be even realer. never go wrong. And one thing I found out for myself personally, like if I was ever doing my makeup or doing somebody else's makeup, if I felt like I messed up and it wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, two things that I always go to: my setting spray. Even if you have to like drench yourself or your client, setting spray is what I always go to, and the sponge, because it just makes everything work. Even if you can't make it work, it just makes it work. And again, I'm still blending. And what I did just a few seconds ago, because I had put my foundation on and everything, I just took that same brush that I put the color in my crease and just made sure all my eyeshadow was still in place. I got my Airspun powder. I mixed it with my skin tone, a loose powder, because I just feel like some of those setting powders are just too white or too pale. It makes you look pale if you use them alone. So I got a tip from my coworker to mix it with the powder. So that's what I did, and I'm using my damp sponge to put it over my highlighted areas. And I don't really bake, like necessarily leave the product on my face while I move on to another step. I just pretty much press it in right away. Because sometimes I feel like baking makes you look, baking makes you look pale too. And on my nose. Product everywhere where I want it to highlight, or everywhere I did use the highlighter. Then I got my skin tone powder. This is from Black Radiance, I believe, and a brush, and I'm just gonna put it over the darker areas, the contours. So everywhere you put like concealer or a wet product, you want to set it with a dry product. So that's what I'm doing here. Just going back over all of those areas with the powder. And I got a big powder brush, and I'm just brushing off any powder that's left over and bringing everything together. And Morphe setting spray. Got my e.l.f. blush palette. I've been had this thing forever. I don't even know another blush that I would like to buy. I tried one from Milani, and I tried one from Maybelline, but I just like this palette. I reach for it every time. And this is actually an eyeshadow from Maybelline, I believe, a baked eyeshadow, but I use it as my highlighter base. And I'm just putting my glow on everywhere that I want it to be illuminated. I also forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, if you notice that I look like white or pasty, that was the NYX illuminating primer. I did put a primer on. Most of the time I forget, but I put one on that day. And this is the Angloria from Crayon Case. Just putting it right over that Maybelline shadow. that I use for the base for my highlighter. And of course, if you want a seamless, flawless look, you're gonna have to blend out everything. You need setting spray on everything. My e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, this is my go-to. I've tried so many other ones. I hate the felt tip pens. They're supposed to already have it in the product in the pen, and all you have to do is shake it and put it on. I hate those. I actually need something to dip into and get the product on the brush. And this has been the best for me by far. And it's super duper cheap. It's probably like $1, $2, depending on where you go. And I'm just using it for my eyeliner to make my wing. I do not like a makeup look without a wing, without an eyeliner at all. For me, some people can make it look good for them. But I just feel like it just makes it pop so much harder, the eyeshadow, when you have your black eyeliner. I feel like this process, the eyeliner process, cannot be rushed. Like, if you rush and you mess it up, you're gonna have to keep going bigger and bigger and bigger to correct it, and then the next thing you know, you're like a panda bear. So and this is the mascara that's been around forever in the pink tube. Everybody knows that mascara. And I'm just putting it on my eyes, on my eyelashes, since they probably already had foundation and everything on them. These are my lashes. This is the BH Cosmetics. I think it's Take Me Back to Brazil. As colorful and vibrant as that palette is, you wouldn't believe the only time I reach for it is to use the black. I did a makeup look or two with that before. I really don't like the colors on that palette, so I just use the black to put it up under my eye. And I use the duo glue on my lashes, and I just let them sit and get tacky. And pop those on. And I got a pink lip liner. I think this is, I want to say NYX, but I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of that one. But I just use it to line my lips and fill them in a little. My favorite lip colors are nude pinks, all type of nude pinks. That's my go-to. I try different lip shades, but it doesn't work. I end up wiping it off and putting back on a nude pink. This is a Grwm Cosmetics lip gloss, and it's actually like a light lilac purple like shade, but it turned out really cute with the lip liner. Okay, I had to throw that wig on so quick, y'all. My mama was still calling, and I was still late. I have never put a wig on this quick, this ghetto, or this ratchet. I mean, I'm using the black Got to Be. The Got to Be in the black bottle. And I'm just going to pretty much just put that all on my edges, on my hairline. I know I've seen people use this as an effective method of applying a lace wig. But I always use the Boho Active. That's what I use. And you have to do like 3 layers of that. You have to let it dry. And then do another layer, let it dry. I ain't have time for that. I had to go. I was late. So I picked up the first thing I saw. And that was the Got to Be. I just put it on my edges from ear to ear. make sure I have enough to secure this wig. And I got my blow dryer. Trying to make it tacky so I can hurry up and get dressed. And I just sat there and blow dried it for a few minutes. I was really surprised. I'm surprised that it stayed at all because, like I said, I never put a wig on this way. I always use like lace glue. And the got to be is a gel. You can use it to lay your wigs, but it's not, necessarily glue. Y'all, I had a hard day. I had clients. I broke 2 nails. The struggle is real. So all the areas that I missed, I'm just going back, touching it up with the got to be gel. I was really sad though because I really wanted to lay this. I had just dyed. This is a wig I had worn before. So what I did yesterday while in between clients, I washed it and then I dyed my green over. And I really wanted to lay the wig like baby hairs and all, but I ran out of time, so I just had to do something quick. So I pressed that down into the glue, into the gel. Then I got, I'm clipping off the extra lace. Our holy grail, the got to be holding spray. Now you can also lay a wig with just the spray or just the gel. Both of these are good products, very good products. So I just sprayed it all the way across my edges. Again, I've never done this before. I never put a wig on with got to be products. And then I got my Velcro, my elastic band. And I'm just tying it down as tight as I can just to get it to hold. And I had about 30 seconds to run upstairs and get dressed. We had to drive 45 minutes to Macon. But we made it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Cut it, DJ, cut it.